folks, just a quick update today. I'm not feeling too great. I have a cold, which really sucks because I was planning on starting to work on the monster tomorrow. Temperature's gonna go back up into the teens for a bit. Perfect time to be working. Unfortunately, I don't feel like doing that now. So I was planning on cleaning out the garage today, sweeping up the floor, getting all the dirt and leaf debris and everything else that the wind blew in. I never did that last year, so I got 2 years worth of dirt on the floor. I was gonna sweep it up, get everything all ready to go. Not gonna happen today. I didn't even expect to do much of a tour today. I went and got another box of Kleenexes. I used to buy the 10 packs, but I haven't been doing it. I miss Walmart. I miss getting the bulk packs of everything that I used to get from Walmart, so it's like one box at a time now. Yeah, I'm getting kind of low, so I had to grab one today. And I went to the post office, and that was all I was really planning on doing. I went for a short tour. I didn't really expect to do much anything, but it's really hard for me to go out and not do a tour. So I ended up going for a little bit. It's not, I guess maybe I did what I would consider a full tour today. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm ready to go in. I don't even want to do this right now. I feel I don't even know how to describe it. My temperature's up, so I'm shivering. I just do not feel nice right now. So once I start working on the monster, I have a plan. Anytime I do something, it results in downtime with the monster, and that kind of deters me from really doing a lot. And once the weather gets nice, I don't like to have downtime. I just want to go out and enjoy it. So come up with a bit of a plan this year. When I do painting, I can't put the monster back together until the paint's dry. So there's at least one day that I won't be using. But now that I'm going to be using primer, I got to wait for the primer to dry and then paint. So there's automatically, no matter what I do, there's going to be 2 days worth of downtime. So I got thinking about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix what needs to be fixed. And then once everything's done, then I'm going to take it apart, clean, or paint everything in one day. Just paint everything all at once. All the prime everything all at once. And then the next day I'll paint everything all at once. So hopefully that will cut down on a lot. Because I don't have any major repairs this year yet. I don't have anything that I have to try to figure out how to fix. Everything that needs to be done right now, I know how to do it. It's pretty quick and simple. Well, nothing's ever quick and simple with the monster, but it should be quick and simple. As far as that, the rattling in the front, the way it's set up, it's like the headset on a bicycle. I'll see if I can find a good picture, and I'll throw it up on the screen here. Basically, it's two nuts. You get one nut, you screw it down, which tightens everything together, and then the second nut, you just tighten it to it, and it's like a lock nut. It's two nuts together. And the monster's pretty much set up the same way. The steering connects the same way. So you get the same two-nut system. The problem is there's so little room to get in there, because you got the body panels, the tube that comes up where the two nuts are, and then you get the upper panels, and all the wiring and everything goes past that. There's just so little room to get anything in there. And I don't have any wrenches big enough for that, so I have to use channel lock pliers. The problem is the bottom nut, I can't get it's so thin, I can't get the pliers onto it, so I have to undo the top nut first, keep unscrewing it a little at a time because, you know, I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room for the wrench or pliers. So I gotta move it upwards so I can get the pliers on the bottom nut, tighten it up, and then bring the top one down. There's nothing, I can't hold that bottom nut to tighten the top one towards it, so the whole thing keeps loosening. That's the problem I'm having. So I bought me a headset wrench. It's got 4 different sizes, so hopefully it's, because there's so little room to get in there, I'm hoping one of the outside ones, because there's 2 sizes on each end. I'm hoping one of the outside ones will fit on that bottom nut so I can use my channel lock pliers to tighten the 2 together. That's my hope. So I'm hoping I didn't waste my money on this, because this really wasn't all that cheap. So that's what I plan on doing for that. And I'm still not sure if I'm going to do everything I wanted to do as far as putting grease nipples on, but I did get some nuts to fit the grease nipples. So if I decide I'm going to do this, then I'll drill a hole where I want to put the grease in, weld one of these nuts to that, and I can screw the grease fitting into that nut. That's a suggestion from you guys I never would have thought of, because I was trying to figure out how to weld the grease nipple directly to it, but somebody suggested find a nut that fits the grease nipples and weld the nut on it. I was like, perfect idea. Like that way, if anything happens, it's easier just to replace the grease nipple, but I don't know. And I don't know exactly what all I'm going to do this year, but that I do want to do that. It just makes things easier, keep things from wearing out. And if I want to do that with the front wheel bearings, or front wheel hubs, because those bearings wear out really quickly. And the bearings that I get, these aren't them, but they're in a sealed bag, so I'll use this as an example. On the outside of this, see that black is a plastic ring. It's just plastic. It's a seal. So these bearings are greaseless bearings. I don't know how to say it. They don't require lubrication, so they wear out really quick. And you know, with driving in the wintertime, obviously the salt's going to get in there, and I think that's what's causing them to fail. So what I was thinking of doing was, when I put them together, I'll take that plastic seal off the inside, leave the outside one on, and on both ends, the 2 insides of the bearings will be open. So if I force grease in there, it'll push grease into the bearings. That's what I'm hoping. But the problem with the front wheel hubs is I have holes drilled in them. Because when the bearings fail and they fall apart, it's really, really hard to get those outer raceways out, because they're so far into the hub that I can't reach them with anything. I can't put the welder on it to put a bead of weld on it to shrink it. So I drilled holes in the hub so I can put a punch in and just smash it out. That's the only way I can get them out, because they're so far into the hub. So I can't really put grease in the hubs because it'll just come out those holes. It's possible, now that I think of it, there might be a way to do it. Because when the hub's on the Monster, you can't really see them unless I have the wheels turned really far. So it's possible I can just wrap that hub with electrical tape to plug those holes up. And I can take the tape off if I need to push the bearing or smash the bearings out, right? That might work, now that I think of that. It's possible. I might be able to do that. I never thought of that before, until just now. So I might do that. and electrical tape's black, so you know it'll match the color of the hub anyways, because the hubs would be painted black. So there's that. Other things like changing the headlight, I won't have any downtime on the Monster for that, because even if I get halfway through the project, I can go for a drive, you know, without the headlight on. Overhead light, same thing. The only thing that will take some time is I still have to open up the Monster and fix the wiring on the inside. I try to figure out why my lights aren't working. And another thing I did, I keep forgetting to talk about this. I went for another drive in the rain, which you saw. That video is actually out today. Yeah, I believe today. Today is, I think, the 26th of April. And I knew I was going to go out, and I didn't want that brake wire getting wet again. So I just wrapped electrical tape around it. But yeah, thinking about it, I'll never unplug that. I don't need to replace that plug because I never unplug the brake. I never have a reason to. So I'm just going to cut the plug off and just wire it direct. I'll never have to worry about it again. So I have that planned, and that's not going to cause any downtime other than the time it takes to do that. Aside from finishing the rear fender, I think that's all I have to do right now. I don't think I need to do anything else to get the Monster back into perfect running condition again. I'm pretty sure that's all I've got. So, if I can do all that and then take everything apart and paint it, clean it up, paint it up, good to go for the summer, I hope. For now, that's all I have. So, I don't know. But a while back, I was talking about that rust converter. And when I went out to Rona, when I got the paint, my new paint, I was talking to the lady in there, and I asked her about it. She's never heard of it. Now, I threw that up on the screen when I was talking about it, and I never even paid attention to it until later when I was making that video. That stuff's expensive. Holy smokes. $63 for this little Windex bottle jug of this stuff. I don't even know if that's enough to do everything I need to do. If I knew it worked, then I'd spend the money on it. But it's an experiment. I don't know if it'll actually work or not. But that would get rid of the rust that's on the Monster now, and I wouldn't have to worry about it coming through the paint again. But I don't know. I'm going to try the primer first, prime it and paint it, and if I have the same problem next winter, then maybe I'll take a look at it. I don't know. But that's really pricey. $63 for that. That's insane. And that's from Amazon. I don't know if I can get it in the store anywhere here. Maybe I can check Ideal Supply, which isn't always ideal. When I lived in Hanover, it was always the last place I checked. But I don't know. Everything's kind of up in the air right now as to what I'm going to be doing, so I don't really have any other videos right now except for today, my tour from today. I don't really want to show it because I drive through behind the school and all the little kids were out again, and I really don't like showing that, but I don't have anything else right now. It's not so bad if the video's sped up or whatever. It tends to lead to not so nice comments from people, perverts, and it pisses me off when people make comments like that. So I try not to have kids in my videos anymore, but it's not always possible. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to show today's tour or not, but like I said, it's the only video I have right now. Until the weather gets nicer, and now until I start feeling better. because I just don't feel like going out. This cold took its time coming in. I started feeling it like 3 days ago. I just kind of, I think I might be getting a cold. But it wasn't obvious until today. So it's taken its time coming in. So I'm hoping that doesn't mean it's going to be here a while. I'm not coughing yet. I expect that soon. I'm just doing a lot of sneezing. And that's the other thing too. If I sweep the floor in here, I'm going to have a dusty situation that's just going to make the sneezing worse. So I really want to get it done. So once I decide to start working on the monster, everything's ready to go. But I don't feel like doing anything today. Any physical activity is really, really hard on me right now. Until, at least until my temperature comes back down. I think that's all I got. I'm sure there were other things I wanted to talk about, but I know one. The last couple videos, you'll see me kind of pull over on the side of the road and then go again. I've done that a lot lately. What I'm doing is if I'm in an area, if there's two cars coming both directions, or if I'm coming up to a stop sign, I'll let the car pass me, because a lot of times they'll just cut in front of me anyways and get to the stop sign. They won't wait a few seconds for me. So I just pull over and let them pass. If there's two vehicles passing at the same time, when I'm out on the open road, I'll pull over, so I'm not getting in anybody's way. Well, several times in the last couple of videos, you'll see me pull over, and it looks like for no reason. There's actually someone coming behind me, and they end up turning into a driveway behind me. So you won't actually see them in the video because they didn't pass me. I did that like 5 or 6 times just in the last couple of videos. Stopping to let someone pass and they end up turning before they get to me. So it's actually kind of funny. So, oh yeah, this camera. One more thing. And we had the house fire a couple days ago. Well, 3 days ago now. That was the first test for this camera. And I knew I was going to be zooming in, and because it's a digital zoom, I'm going to lose quality, so I decided to try recording at 4K. And this camera is capable of it. Well, it didn't really work all that well. You will see the video, but it's in the, it'll come through the queue with all my other fire department videos. I'll show it in order. But it's really weird. Now, first of all, I didn't think it worked because VLC player doesn't play 4K videos very well. At least not on my computer. It's all garbled. If you remember the last SJ cam that I bought that wasn't a basic SJ cam, I tried 4K on it, and it was absolutely, or not 4K, I don't remember, but it was all, the picture was all noisy and garbled, and that's kind of what it looked like, similar to that. And I'm thinking, oh no, lost all that footage. But if I put it in my video editor and output it at 1080p, which is what my videos are, then it works fine. It gets rid of that. So okay, the file itself works. Problem is, it's so low quality, it almost looks like a cartoon. It's horrible. So I don't know if that's the 4K from this camera, or if it's because it's zoomed in digitally. I don't know, or maybe the combination of two. So it works. It looks okay, but you can tell it's low quality. I'm so sick of not being able to afford what I need. It drives me nuts. I have to settle. But, at least I have something. My videos are never meant to be, high quality, studio grade or whatever. So it's not a huge deal, but It's just annoying because I want something better and I just can't get it. It's out of reach. So over the next little while, I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna take this camera out with me somewhere, and I'm gonna try different settings and just see what I can come up with. See if I can find something a little better. I'll try the 4K again, zoomed in and zoomed out, see if that makes a difference. I'll zoom in at 1080p and see how that looks. I'll just try different things, and I'll see what I can come up with. Because I can't use the scooter cam because they're wide angle cameras, and you zoom in any amount on the image and the quality just like quickly degrades. So anyway, I guess that's all I got for today. I can't think of anything else, and I didn't expect to talk much today, so I didn't even set my timer, so I don't know what I'm at. It looks like 21 minutes, so I guess I'm good. So anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for watching.